My wife and I were bike racers back in early 90s, and in the summertime she was supplementing her income by racing bikes as an amateur, and I was spending her supplemental income as an amateur on my bike racing. My father was a sock knitting machine technician and sold the parts, and so I grew up in the sock industry, so to speak, and I was a cyclist. I studied electronics engineering and somewhat of a salesman, and one day I decided to make socks to pay for my racing. And it just kind of happened from there. This is the Peloton made of merino wool, and if you notice there's a group of cyclists and the yellow jerseys right there, and Peloton is a group of cyclists. We burned down. We lost everything we had. 2001, October, right after 9/11, we lost everything we had. And so we had 9 months of no production. We had 7 years where we made no money after the fire. Until 2008, we became profitable again and started winning the business back. This company, and this company are knocking on our door wanting to distribute our product. I was too busy paying attention to R&D and the product to really focus on that. Okay, keep this in mind. It's 2008. We're profitable that year, just in time for the worst economic downfall in world history that we know about, other than the Depression. And the fortunate thing is these little things here, these bicycles, were being pulled out of the garage and people were putting tires on and commuting, and it made the bicycle shops flush with cash. The dollar was going crazy with the euro, and we were so Lim was able to use that to our advantage to sell more products into Europe. So all of a sudden, after 7 years of struggling, we made it through, and now we're 4 years in with profits again. We are in 35 countries, and I believe about 25% of our revenue is international. So having your office there to help the brand that we created, my wife and I, and she's the brains behind the organization, to have your office there to help us take this international, our brand international was very supportive. If we didn't have our international business, gosh, I don't think we would have made it. You think about, where we were at that time, we would not have made it. There's no question. So, it saved us. We get input from the world's best riders. Paolo Bettini, the Italian national champion, world champion, Olympic champion, sat down with me, and we had a translator, on what he needed in a sock. We then listened to him and made that sock available to the public. So we used the world's best cyclist to develop the sock like astronauts, and then we took it to their fan base. My advice would be to look at yourself and figure out what your strengths and weaknesses are. And if your strengths are that you can do the international part of your business yourself, then do it. If not, hire a mentor. Use every available government agency's help as well to really make your life a lot easier.